films that are opening this week, brought to you by our friends at AMC Theaters. We got 4 major films opening up this week, so tell us all about them, Ashley.
All right. First up is Concussion. While conducting an autopsy on former NFL football player Mike Webster, forensic pathologist Dr. Bennett Omalu, played by Will Smith, discovers neurological deterioration that is similar to Alzheimer's disease. Omalu publishes his findings in a medical journal. As other athletes face the same diagnosis, the crusading doctor embarks on a mission to raise public awareness about the dangers of football-related head trauma. Next is the Will Ferrell Mark Wahlberg comedy Daddy's Home. Brad is a kind-hearted radio executive who wants to be the best possible stepfather to his wife's 2 children. When her freewheeling ex-husband Dusty breezes back into town, Brad's feelings of insecurity quickly develop into an inferiority complex. As Dusty demonstrates his flair for athletics, home repair, and bad boy charisma, Brad finds himself in a no-holds-barred battle to one-up his rival and win the approval of his family. Next is the Jennifer Lawrence film Joy, a story of a family across 4 generations centered on the girl who becomes the woman who founds a business dynasty and becomes a matriarch in her own right. Facing betrayal, treachery, and the loss of innocence and the scars of love, Joy becomes a true boss of family and enterprise in a world of unforgiving commerce. Allies become adversaries and adversaries become allies, both inside and outside of the family, as Joy's inner life and fierce imagination carry her through the storm she faces. And finally, the remake of the Keanu Reeves, Patrick Swayze film Point Break. Thrill-seeking criminals perform a series of daredevil stunts to steal money and gems, only to give it away to the poor and less fortunate. Training for a job with the FBI, a young recruit, Johnny Utah, suspects that only extreme athletes could pull off these heists. Utilizing his own special skills, Utah infiltrates the gang of thieves after befriending their charismatic leader, Bodie. As Johnny experiences the rush of their lifestyle, his supervisors fear that his loyalties are being tested. Christian, which of these films should audiences be looking forward to seeing this Christmas weekend?
Well, last but certainly least is Point Break. Who wants to see that movie? Come on. That movie's going to eat the biggest amount of garbage that you've ever seen. I can't even imagine. It could be one of the biggest stinkers box office, I think, of the entire week. So no one's going to see that. Now, I think if you want to go Oscar movie, I've seen both Joy and Concussion. I think Will Smith.
Tell the truth.
I did.
Tell the truth.
I saw them both.
Which one is better? Tell the truth.
Better. I mean, David O. Russell, I think that even though I still think I don't understand why. Like, there's a lot, not as much as American Hustle, where I thought he was taking a lot of Scorsese's tricks. He does it a couple times. I think it's a well-made movie. I think some people might be bored with it, but I went up enjoying it. I thought Jennifer Lawrence was really good in it, and I thought it had a little bit more of a story. Concussion, to me, it didn't pull punches. It didn't. It definitely went after the NFL. For me, what I was kind of hoping of a balance of seeing both the story of this guy who went after the NFL, but he wasn't just doing it. He was doing it to protect the players. He really was. He was doing for the science of it and to show what was going on. And I wanted to see his story, and I wanted to see the actual repercussions that happened. And I felt like I got just way more of the story of the guy, when I wanted to see a little bit more of a balance. So it was a great performance, good movie. Same thing with Joy. I think that I liked. I'd probably send you to see Joy. And I do want to see Daddy's Home because I want to see their chemistry, and the other guys was really good between Wahlberg and Ferrell. So I'm curious to what the comedy's like. It looks predictable, but I still looks like I can get a lot of laughs out of it. So
yeah, Daddy's Home. I haven't seen Daddy's Home yet, and the thing is, I'm a big fan of Will Ferrell, and I'm a big fan of Mark Wahlberg. I did not like their chemistry together in the other guys. I thought Samuel Jackson and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson were the best part.
I wanted to see that movie.
Yeah,
I
wanted to see that movie. That's the movie I wanted. I wanted to see the other guys.
Yeah.
Like that's the one I wanted to see. Joy. I'm a little disappointed with it, just because my expectations for these David O. Russell, Bradley Cooper, Jennifer Lawrence movies have become so high that
it was good, not great.
It was good, not great. It certainly wasn't on the level that we've come to expect. So, I mean, if somebody asks, hey, do you think I should go see it? I say, yeah, go see it. Absolutely. But it doesn't live up to what their
No one's really likable in the movie except Joy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I have also not seen Point Break. And nobody has. Why? Because, see, they had scheduled some press screenings for Point Break. And then a few days before the press screenings were supposed to happen, and they started realizing how awful their movie was.
I heard the movie just got sick.
Yeah, the movie got sick.
I was like, I got a chest cold.
I can't. You can't see me today.
Can't see me.
An email that gets sent out to like hundreds of journalists saying, due to unforeseen circumstances, we are no longer able to offer the press screens. We didn't see it coming that our movie sucked. And I'm one of the guys. Who went, hey, look, I love the original Point Break. I think it's brilliant. But I think a new incarnation of it could be pretty cool, depending on how they do it in a modern extreme sports context. This could be all right. I have zero hope for this movie anymore. After seeing how the studio itself is treating the movie, I have zero hope for it.
I have a buddy that went to the premiere of it and saw it, and he is a hardcore original Point Break fan and went in pretty much like that. I think it could be cool today. And he just said it was one of the worst things he had seen in a very, very long time.
Really?
And he's a big fan. And he's a lot more forgiving than I am.
Wow.
He's more forgiving than I am.
I'm glad you picked that up.
Man, that was the one I was looking for. I was going to say I can't wait to see Point Break until you just mentioned your friend.
I have actually been excited
all
for
the squirrel suit stuff. I was like, it's got to be better than Krampus. But now you're saying,
oh no, the Krampus looks like Citizen Kane.
All right. Well, the two movies I'm looking forward to most this holiday, the Christmas opening, aren't on this list. It's The Revenant and Hateful Eight. Those are both opening in limited release.
Very limited.
Very limited. So if you're one of the lucky people in like the 3 states that's playing it or the 4 states that's playing it, go see those movies. But then third on the list, I want to see Daddy's Home. That's the one that out of all of these it's like I just want a good film that will make me laugh. The Night Before was hilarious. I want another comedy. So